Someone left me this comment in response to, I don't know which comment, but there's a series of them. Not an argument, just a bunch of people talking about something. I'm gonna tag some people and I'll read this the way it's meant to be, and if it goes over, I'll put it in the related video. Be like right here. Pointing with your nose is crazy. So like somewhere around here. Nah, it's gonna be here. You're fighting your stereotype rather than me, myself. I'd love to see the first statement proven in some sort of study. You'd have an easier, breezier time of it proving God. Am I to believe that I am that way on your word alone? Am I to believe that that is a defunct mode of operation even if I myself do not partake in it? Or am I to believe that you yourself would never seek those things as a human which will use comfort to elicit a comfortable balance of serotonin in their brain, and whose presence of dopamine in their brain will ensure that they pursue and commit to pleasure? I am going to have to split this skibbity. I wonder if he imagines that he would not pursue those things too, in addition to, if not at odds with, his pursuit of his truth. Hopefully his truth is the truth. That's the one I'm interested in. I believe in discrediting people on such grounds, but to mine, I spent 15 to 20 hours a day on the screen, scraping the largest, best library in the history of civilization in search of the truth. After being told lies like all Americans for so many years, he means high school. But of course, I fucking go away. Sorry. I saw it and found understanding as a child, too, of course. But 2 times YouTube speed videos, manic frenzied searching of Reddit in the smartest subreddits, with tools equipped fit to do so, too. And calm, deliberated ponderings as well. 2018 till now I've done this. I have seen far more than you may know. But I certainly know what I know. I've seen far more than you may know. And I certainly know what I know. And I will certainly know more than what I know. For most of it is still out there waiting for me. I believe in a grim and epic God, my dude. Because a sadistic serpent of the secular, empirical, scientific sort, it's just a metaphor for something, a process occurring, though we don't know if it's conscious and deriving sus pleasure from our suffering and eating us, dude. Because we are devoured into the void, dissolved very much like in the stomach of acid. Anyway, it's going to devour all of us forever. Forever, dude, not temporarily, forever. As painfully as possible, whether on account of its whims or not. It's just what it is. Until the heat death of the universe, at times eternal death. So please stop telling silly jokes and lies about me and go shape up. So just like, as a chronic pain enjoyer, let me know why it is that I need this God. The one that is the opiate of the masses, as they put it for so long. I have my own idea that will serve as a stand-in for God if he doesn't exist. Which is unlikely, because he may be in a higher state of superposition, like a higher realization of what superposition is and is defined as and actually is than we can even fathom, of existing and not existing, and something that doesn't exist doesn't need to come into existence to not exist. So if it's partially stored in that state, that's fine. But my process is designed according to the only premises that could make such a necessary idea work. And to follow up from what I said last time, it is just a cold process that I describe and analogize as a serpent. I describe it as something analogous to a serpent, rather. Is a better way to say that. I say that it's sadistic because it's personal. I am a living conscious entity. So if anyone here says that, oh, it's just a matter-of-fact process and there's nothing we can do about it and it's okay, that this is just sort of how the universe works and it's not trying to hurt us, it's not sadistic. Bro, it's gonna hurt you more than any sadistic person will ever hurt you in your life. It's a serial killer and a mass murderer with a 100% success rate. Most people are dead. Most things that have been alive are already dead. It already won, mostly. Do you know how much it's gonna hurt if you continue to live? And you should try to. Anyway, to that guy, I'd like to close on something I don't have enough time for, so I'm gonna skip on. To deliver the Mortal Kombat fatality on V-Twin here, I'd also like for you to answer me why it is that lower forms of metaphysical conceptualization, such as biological life or the beginnings of the universe, are in any position to get away with their not guilty plea of, oh, well, you see, I just caused my own existence. Pardon me, how you said? Oh yeah, just through auto-causality, of course. And in some manner or another justify to me, believably and convincingly, logically and rationally, that auto-causality, which is, I just caused my own existence, and I am caused by my own existence, and here I am. Why it is that a higher form of entity and actualization than those two things, the highest allegedly God, can't get away with the same argument, and why or how that's perceived as being acceptable or congruent to you. Thanks. Arigatou gozaimasu. Alright, I've got some extra content, my dude. What's the female version of dude? I don't know. Sorry. Bro said, I don't know. Nice snarky opening, bro. Maybe because science has a lot of evidence backing his theories, and just about everything we know and has science to thank for it. What do we have here on Earth in our reality that has been shown to be better at understanding, accuracy, demonstrable tests, peer reviews, reliability than scientific methods? What does religion bring to the table? Does it advance mankind in this way? I'm not religious, by the way. And how can you compare reading the Bible with the scientific instruments that have measured and showed everything we know about the universe? I know which one is more logical and reasonable to trust. Based ending. So you started weak and closed out strong there. Okay. The middle was good too, because that's just literally true. Literally works scientifically, and if you're kind of crazy and focus on narrative and symbolic thinking like Jordan Peterson, or if you're high in openness to experience, okay? So I'm going to break this down. Maybe because science has a lot of evidence backing its theories, and just about everything we know and has science to thank for it. No, it doesn't. It's actually the underlying fundamental physical fabric and the forces, too, of reality is electromagnetic wavelength. As such, is that physical? Kind of. It's real. Science is not to thank for this. 50,000 generations of modern genetic humans before you, and their sacrifices and pain and death are actually what got you here. It's not what evolved the modern current world you lived in. But let me say something. Are you going to discredit the work of philosophers? Are you going to discredit the work of political scientists who are not scientists, political philosophers? Is there really a need for that much distinction? I want to ask if you think that the things done by Isaac Newton, a very Christian, he wanted to be like Jesus, dude, or someone like Einstein, or someone like Tesla, somewhere in the middle, or someone like Nietzsche, or someone like Carl Jung at the other end and extreme. How many of these, well, not really, because they both believed in God, didn't they? I don't know about Aldous Huxley. I kind of take him moderately seriously, dude. That's crazy to say. I sound like him, this guy. What else do we have on Earth? Not much. Okay? He said understanding, accuracy, demonstrable tests, peer reviews, reliability. Well, we have language, and we have logic, and we have cognition, first of all, and we also have physical embodied experience, which is one of the things I am least valid in, because I'm mentally ill. I'm like somewhere else. It's hard to explain. That's partly the openness to experience. But my pure reasoning, at risk of sounding arrogant, my pure reasoning is of the sort enough. And then also another thing. Hold on. Good example for what I'm going to say after this. It's of the sort that it's the kind that would be like the guys who founded science. The other problem. Creativity shit. So like, a whole lot of creative people things, okay? Psychologically, we're weird. It's hard to follow a structured formal system such as the academic scientific community and method. The method's pretty okay with me because of that other thing I just mentioned. But I want to ask this guy, other than philosophers and leaders and his ancestors and everything else, other than just science versus religion, if the human Jesus, I'm willing to like talk, right, about that, but there's some people who at the opposite of religion will be like, no, he was the son of God. They'll be like, no, he didn't exist, so I don't know how to